Hey everybody, my name is Kenny. I'm a Director of Product Management here at GitLab covering the Ops section. I'm going to be providing the 14.4 Ops section retrospective discussion summary. So we're having the discussion on Monday. This is the summary of what has been contributed to the retrospective to date from the individual groups in the Ops section. And thank you all who contributed. Okay, let me share my screen. All right, so 14.4 Ops section retrospective retrospective summary. I'm your host, Kenny. We're doing a retrospective about the 14.4 release, which was released on October 22nd. Some highlights particular to the Ops section were integrated error tracking, CI job token security, and cleanups for the dependency proxy. All awesome improvements. Congrats, team. We're going to start with praise. What praise do we have for the team? Here's some of the praise that was added to the doc. Some important things that I saw were shout outs about adapting to FCL's feature change locks, where we have teams really focus on reliability if there are reliability concerns within their group, working across teams within the section and collaboration with the infra and delivery teams. All great to see. I encourage you to check out each individual one of those praise items. What went well? All right, so some of the highlights that I noticed were some of the value of participating in the borrow process, where a team member might go work on another part of the product or another area of the code in order to help a higher priority item there. And some of the things that they highlighted, that the team members highlighted, was it was great to learn new areas of the code base, and it really felt like they were contributing to the most important part of company goals, and that is always very, very satisfying. Some other things that went well: runner manager migration, as the runner is working to have a more continuous delivery process of new runner improvements. A new MR review process in the verified group with the UX counterparts, great monthly active user growth in package, container registry rollout also within package, and work on sharding blockers happening across the teams. Great to see. What went wrong? So some of the things that I highlighted when reviewing this was carrying forward bugs, including carrying forward as a result of an FCL where the team's planned work might not get completed, and that pushes forward, that can lose some context. Feature flag rollouts were identified as a pain. Design collaboration, especially when that design collaboration needs to happen across groups. Slow maintainer reviews, and the time to get up to speed when participating in the borrows that I just mentioned, especially when that can be a difficult new area of code base, and if the scope of work to work on is not concrete, it can it seemed like it was leading team members to a place where they didn't necessarily have clear direction about how to move forward. What can we do to improve? So some things that I highlighted, a couple of mentions of just, I think the term used was ruthlessly prioritize. I like to say making sure that we're being essentialist and working on only the most important and critical things given our limited capacity. Another process improvement was continuing to tag the QE stable counterparts during planning issues, so that they have upfront awareness about what is being planned for the upcoming milestone. And then tracking not just issues from that in that planning issue that are planned to be worked, but also highlighting the specific ones that might require collaboration outside of the group. So whether that's from infrastructure or other non-stable counterparts outside of the group. All great suggestions to improve. So we will be holding a retrospective discussion on Monday, November 8th at 11 a.m. Pacific time. There's I'll accompany this presentation and video with a link to the agenda doc that includes a Zoom link. The two topics that we're going to be discussing, the first is one proposed by Victor about the value of the monthly releases. And Victor had a great comment about how his team might do more project-based retrospectives and also do weekly retrospectives. And so that might make it less valuable to do a monthly retrospective on a release that, at this point, some of the work started over a month ago, almost 6 weeks ago. So it can be hard to make sure we get the appropriate level of feedback so that we can continuously improve in the retrospective process. And then I wanted to drill down on the pain point that was identified, what didn't go well around feature flag rollout, and see if that was an experience across other teams and what we can do to improve that process so that it is less painful. As mentioned, here's some links to the retrospective document and the issue. I look forward to chatting and the discussion on Monday. Thanks, everybody. Take care.